Alright, I wanted to make another video, obviously. I want to talk about the Second Amendment again. Now, I don't own guns. I'm not a gun owner. So I don't have a big need to push for how important the Second Amendment is. In fact, there's not really a whole lot of particular issues that I push for, regardless what my point of view is on them. But I do feel it's important to say what I'm going to say. When I was a kid, I grew up in a family that had a lot of guns. My dad, my family, my whole family hunted regularly. And my dad believed in self-defense and gun ownership for self-defense as well as hunting. So I'm not unfamiliar with guns. I don't have an issue with people owning guns. Probably because I don't have any real need or desire. Let's scratch that. Probably because I don't have any personal desire to own guns. I just really haven't put a lot of effort into looking at the Second Amendment, talking about the Second Amendment, etc. There's only enough time in the day to do a certain number of things, and you just focus on the things that are more important to you. Again, I support the Second Amendment. But that's kind of vague, because everybody has a different opinion on what either the Second Amendment means or what it should mean. So let me clarify just a little bit more. I have absolutely no issue with people owning guns, firearms, weapons, and using them in self-defense. No issue whatsoever. Now, recently, for various reasons, the entire concept of gun ownership has become a little bit more important to me. It doesn't really matter why, it's nothing critical. But because of that, I've looked into it a little bit more, paid a little bit more attention to both sides. And I can say without question that the talking points about regulation on gun ownership are very much just that. They're talking points. They're things people say just to rile people up and get them angry and get them scared. Are guns a concern? Are they deadly? Can they kill people? Yeah. That's what they're designed for. Now I've seen memes where someone says guns kill, and then you see a picture of a gun on a table and somebody says, "Go ahead, gun, kill somebody." And then they say, "See, guns don't kill people. People kill people." Okay. You're right. But let's be honest, that's a little bit semantic. It's just using words to make a point that really defeats the purpose of what you want to say. Because I would bet you would equally have zero issue with saying guns save lives. And when someone uses a gun to defend their life or someone else's life, that's exactly what happens. A gun can be used to save lives. So the gun saved lives. or had the potential to. But those same people don't show a meme where a gun is sitting on a table and somebody says to it, "Go save lives," but the gun doesn't move. And then they go, "Oh, I guess guns don't save lives." So let's be a little bit realistic about our meaning, even if the exact wording isn't literal. Guns kill people. They do. That's what they're designed for. That's why they're used for self-defense. And that's why in some cases it's really important to have them. Because if you need to defend yourself, you want to know you have the tool to do the job. And if that gun can't kill somebody that's trying to kill you, it's not the right tool for the job. No, I don't like violence. I don't promote violence. I personally wish that guns did not exist, that there was no need for them. But my personal wish and desire does not in any way make the world a better place, or a place where guns aren't necessary. Because there are bad people out there, and people deserve to be able to defend themselves. And although I really don't think it's going to happen, people deserve the right to be able to stand against a tyrannical government. Now, things have changed a lot since 1776. And I do think that has to be taken into account a little bit. But even though I say that, I do not in any way say that the Second Amendment should not exist, or that people should not be able to have guns. And I 100% support the idea that people deserve to be able to protect themselves. I was a little bit shocked recently when I learned that the police, while in theory are there to serve and protect, the Supreme Court actually ruled that if the police do not protect you because their life might be threatened, that doesn't matter. They are not obligated to. And while I'm a little bit conflicted on that, but I guess I can see the point. I have to admit, I was shocked to learn about that. So when people say the police may not be there for you, that's not just a case that they may not be there soon enough. That's a case that they may not be there for you. And in Minneapolis, where there are riots, which, whether you support a riot or not, I'm not going to go into that right now. Whether you support the actions of people that are rioting, I don't want to go into that right now. But the police made it clear they're not coming. They're not going to be there. And I don't think that you should just go out and shoot someone because they're rioting. However, the fact of the matter is, it was made clear the police are not going to be there for you if you find your life in danger. And that's something people need to be aware of. Yes, I wish violence didn't occur. Yes, I'm personally not a big fan of guns. Yes, I wish guns were not necessary. I wish we lived in a world where they did not exist. But that's not the reality. And the reality is, we need to be able to defend ourselves. The Second Amendment is there for a reason. And gun ownership is perfectly acceptable and necessary. So for anybody that didn't know, for anybody that was a little bit confused about my actual take on it, I've tried to be as crystal clear as I can here. I support the Second Amendment. And I support gun ownership. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day.